soccer fans. Welcome once again to Glenn V's Soccer Talk. Today, I want to talk about the action that happened today. Today is March 10th, 2021, and our Champions League action happened today. Some surprising results and some not so surprising results. There were about 4 games played. The first one was Juventus against Porto of Portugal, then Dortmund against Sevilla, PSG against Barcelona, and Liverpool against RB Leipzig. Let's start off with the shocker of the day. Well, not really a shocker. They had come in with a 2-1 disadvantage, which was Juventus against Porto. As you know, the first game, it was a home and away game for those of you who do not know how the format of the Champions League is. Porto in Portugal had won 2-1. So that meant that Juventus had to come into this game and at least win by 1 goal to go ahead and tie the series up so they can go into extra time. Well, what happened was they end up winning 3-2, but it wasn't enough because in the Champions League, if you score more away goals than your opponent, they count by twofold, meaning that Porto had 2-1 lead going into this game. So now they finished 4-4 complete, but Porto had more away goals because they played in Italy. They played in Italy today. So that, in a sense, made Porto qualify. It was a really exciting game. I actually saw a lot of it. They actually finished regulation time tied 2-1. Ronaldo didn't do much. He had a few shots here and there. He was keeping the defense busy, but it was mainly the other guys that were doing all the work. McKennie, I think he played a few minutes. I wasn't really focused on him. But the overall game was pretty good. They went into extra time, and Porto tied it 2-2. And I believe they tied it, I think, with just a few minutes to go. And then with about 4 minutes to go, Juventus took the lead 3-2. Now, they could have passed if they would have scored that 4th goal. But unfortunately for them, they didn't. This is actually quite a disappointment, especially with the investment that they had done with Cristiano Ronaldo in the past few years. And 3 years with him and 3 years out of the Champions League. So that is a shame on them. The other match was Borussia Dortmund and Sevilla. And I know I can't talk about Borussia Dortmund without talking about Holland. And once again, he scored in this match. It stayed 2-2, though in the previous match, Borussia Dortmund had won already. So the aggregate was 5-4. So Borussia Dortmund passes now to the round of 8. As you guys know, or those of you who don't know, we were in the round of 16. So the Champions League is going into the final phase. The other results here were Liverpool against RB Leipzig. This was actually a boring game. It was like a repeat of the previous game, which was played in Istanbul, by the way, because the government of Germany is blocking any flights to England, a la coronavirus. But Liverpool won this game 2-0. Actually, it was a breath of fresh air for Liverpool. They haven't played that great lately, not in the EPL or in Europe, or at least not lately, or like 2 years ago where they won it. Now, the game of the day, well, not really, was PSG against Barcelona. This game was already defined from the previous game in Santiago, not Santiago, whatever. What am I talking about? Nou Camp, where PSG absolutely crushed Barcelona 4-1. 4-1. Now, I saw the complete game of this one, And I have to say that Barcelona did make an effort. They actually had around 70 to 75% of ball possession. In the first half, they were really pressuring PSG. PSG was like complacent with that 4-1 lead coming in from the last game. And Mbele had a few shots that he missed in front of Keylor Navas's uh, goal, but they couldn't convert. In fact, it was PSG that went up by a penalty kick that Icardi was actually tripped up by the Barcelona defender, and Mbappe did the penalty kick quite easily. A few minutes later, Messi had an awesome goal against Keylor Navas, all the way almost from about 10 yards away from the area. It was quite a nice goal. It had an effect in English on it to the left. You should go and see it. It's a real beauty. But the key to the game was right before the second half, like about 3 minutes from the second half, there was a penalty committed to Barcelona, and Messi came up, and they could have gone up 2-1 now. 2-1 going into the second half. Man, that keeps it close. All they needed was 2 goals to go ahead and send it to overtime. Well, lo and behold, Messi came, shot it far left. Navas, experienced goalkeeper, went ahead and blocked it. But the funny thing about it was that it blocked it and it hit the upper right pole of the goal. So it was a little bit of luck there, but also it was a skill from Navas as well. Anyhow, I think that was the key to the game. If he would have scored that goal, maybe it would have put more pressure on PSG to kind of like open up and not be so defensive. In the second half, it was quite boring. They didn't have a lot of chances. And this game was just defined in the Nou Camp with the 4-1. Now, there is other games coming up next week where we have Real Madrid at Atalanta. Well, actually, Atalanta is visiting Real Madrid in Madrid. We have Man City against, I'm going to mess this up, Mönchengladbach. Please correct me. And then we have Bayer against Lazio. That's almost defined. Bayer is winning that series 4-1 the last time they visited. And then this is a good one. Chelsea against Atletico. That one is 1-0 in favor, I believe it's Chelsea. But here we go. Pretty good games for next week, and I'll be commenting on those as well. But pretty much sums it up. It's kind of sad for Messi. I think it might be his last Champions League game with Barcelona, at least. And it was the first time that Messi had missed the round of 8 since 2005. Also for Ronaldo, same thing. He had not missed the round of 8 ever since he was with Manchester United in 2005 as well. So they're kind of tied at the hip in those sense. Anyhow, just want your comments, anything you might think of, any other things that I missed. Didn't talk a lot about the Americans. I know McKinney was with Juventus. Borussia Dortmund still no Reina. The U.S. is going to have a friendly against Jamaica on the 25th, which I will be seeing and commenting as well. So please leave your comments. Please subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys soon. For now, so long from Mr. Glenn V.